Welcome, welcome to session 7 of the Shaada Lipi class. So what we will do today, I will quickly do the quick revision of what we learned last time, and then we can move further. And I have seen students submitting assignments. Sometimes there can be delay in correcting your works. Don't worry about that. You should still continue sending the assignments, and those students who have not yet submitted, I request everybody to submit their assignments on time. A lot of students are still not doing that. It's a matter of just 5 minutes spending time and sending us so that we can correct your homework. So I will do quickly. Last session we did first the Varga. So what I will do, I will just very quick revision. Nirupama ji, there are some students in the waiting room.
Yeah. I can admit all.
No. So this was the Tavarga. So when we write these in Sharda, what we have seen, how the was, I told you it was almost like re, and then a small type of triangle here. This was was just around here. I had put little bit more emphasis on that, because when you make a Shirorekha on the center, you put the vertical line, you make that round, and then you bring it round. And I asked you to stop just before the center line. So if I have to draw it with a normal pen, increase the width of the pen here, and then just don't cross the center line. That was which I have explained. This was the then was round here. You come slightly down and you make another round here. The very important point what I had mentioned in the class was that this should be almost aligned. This is very important point. Each student should remember it. If we have to draw that in the normal pen, the Shirodekha, then a vertical line come down, then you make this round, you bring it little bit down, and then you join it. This is dha, and for na, na was, I showed you there are two ways to write it. This is a curve, slightly bending inside and slightly bending inside. So this was na. So if I have to just, I also showed you, you can do it from here also. There is no problem at all. Here and here, it's like this. It's a curved, it's not a straight line. So that is very important. So this was Tavarga. Then after that, we did the Tavarga. I will do that. Ta, Oh, sorry, I'm writing Shaada Lipi. The oh sorry again. And no. So when we learned that, what we told that in the you can put a Shirorekha on almost not at the center, almost slightly on the right hand side of the Shirorekha. You just make like a three. This is the, even if you don't put Shirorekha, I had mentioned that this is also okay. Only one caution I told you, do not put this, otherwise it will become like O. That curve is not there. It is just like a 3. On th, it is exactly like we do sh in Devanagari. Here, and then you put a Shirorekha here. So it is exact, and then there is a slight curve at the beginning, and then coming like a per, and then you put a line here, and then you add a Shirorekha. This was th, then the was almost like a dh, but here you don't make that additional round, you just bring it like this. This is the. If I have to write the with a normal pen also, we can try that. It is very simple. Here in the center you add a line, you put like that, you come slightly down, and then you bring this here. Here also I told you, this, do not make it like this. This is not correct. This angle is not correct. Try to make it, keep it straight line. That is the only one point which I had told you. This line is straight line. Then the was Shirorekha and then a U. Try to keep Shirorekha on both sides. There are students I have seen who have written, there is nothing wrong, but try to avoid that. Try to have a Shirorekha, because that Shirorekha is there in that. So try to have that Shirorekha. This was the, and na was very clear here, and then we don't put a round at Sharda when I do that. So this was na. So students can practice, and if they want, they can watch the old video also. We will go to towards today's Varga. But yes, if student, yes.
Sir, I wrote without Shirorekha, sir. Is it okay?
Which one?
For th.
Yeah, th is with Shirorekha. No. It has to be with Shirorekha. Th
Okay.
is with Shirorekha. I will explain you why. We will come to that. This is th with Shirorekha.
Not that, the first one.
Oh, th is without Shirorekha is fine. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, sir.
That is correct. Perfect. So what we will do now today, we will do Pavarga. So first I will write the Devanagari. Per. In Shaada Lipi, how do we do it? It is exactly like we have drawn th, slight curve. It's not a straight line. Then you come down here, and then that's it. Just leave it. No Shirorekha. If I have to make it th, I will do this also, and I will do that also. That is not needed. See, very important point here, which I will explain. There is this. It is not exactly like in Devanagari we do. That's a slight difference. Very slight. We just make it artistic here. At the beginning, you put a little curve. Then here also you make a little curve. You bring it line, and then you do this. Very important point to note here. You see this curve is here. You see this curve. That is very important. Very common mistakes when I tell this curve, students try to do like this. No, not too much. Don't make it too fatty. This is not correct. This is not correct. So many students, when they do it, they make it even like this. It does not look good. It will not look good. It has to look beautiful also. So to do that, what you have to do, just a slight curve, even that is long what I have done. A slight curve, then you bring a slight curve here, you come here, and then you bring this per. No Shirorekha. Very important point. I have told you, you have to remember this. How many alphabets in Shaada Lipi do not have Shirorekha? There is another thing also to learn, which I don't want to confuse you now. So just remember there are few alphabets in Shaada Lipi which do not have a Shirorekha. So per is also one of them. Okay. So what we will do now, I will just draw with the normal pen. It's simple. Here a slight curve, very slight, indicative. Here also indicative round, very slight. And then this is per. That's it. Just keep it simple. So this is per, and fur is little bit different in Shaada Lipi. So when we do fur, if I have to do fur in Shaada Lipi, please pay attention. Line, then I bring something like a C, I bring something like up, and then I join it. Curved, both are curved. So what I mean to say, when I mean curve, you see here, this is curve, this is curve, this is also curve, and then it is joining here. These things you have to very importantly notice it. So let me draw that once again. Something like C, like a back like this, bring it up, and then join it. Just notice
Sir,
carefully.
excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
please.
Shirorekha last curve should be equal line, sir. In the first
Shirorekha?
Shirorekha and this last curve,
Yeah.
last curve.
Shirorekha can be, I think this, I can extend it till here also.
Yeah. Now it's okay. Thank you, sir.
That's right. So if I have to draw it once again, I will just draw first with the calligraphy and then I will draw with the pen. Let me take this one. Here, not from here. I have to bring it down like a C, come up, and then to make this. And then now let me draw it with a normal pen now. Let me draw with a normal pen. Don't worry, we will do this once again. I will also take the questions if you have any doubts. Make like a C, come here, do here, like this. This is correct. So these curves are very important. This curve, then here this bend, then here bringing it back. These things are very important. So this is fur. Now we will do burr. Burr in Shaada, Devanagari. This is burr. Burr in Shaada. Little different but easy to do that. Here Shirorekha, bring it here. That's it. Very important point here to note. I will just draw it once again and I'll explain you what all the things you need to be careful. Do not do it very small. Do not keep it small. Do not keep it too big also. Do not keep it more than half. Do not keep like this. That is also not correct. See, this is an, if I make a center line, somewhere this is a center line. It is slightly below that. It is slightly below that. So I will draw once again. Here, then here, below center. I don't have to go till center line. This is right. Another very important point, do not make it triangle. This is wrong. It is a round. In fact, this is also, if I have to do it more appropriate, you come down, you bring it up. This is coming small, the curve has to be a little bigger. You come here, you bring it up, and you join here. This is burr. In fact, it has not come well. Here, slightly. Yeah, this is burr.
Sir, Guruji, can it be, the burr can be like this, sir?
Pardon?
Burr, sir, can it be like this?
Like what? Like what?
Sir, I'm showing this, sir.
Oh, I'm not seeing your camera. Can we see that later? I will see that. Okay, when we take questions. So because I'm not able to see your picture, so I will draw once again. Here, make it little bit, and then you bring it like this. See, very important point here is you bring this little bit broad, try to come out, and then you try to bring it back, and almost like keep it less than half. If I have to draw with the pen here, 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 and here. So this is burr. We will do that once again. Next is bha. So bha is, this is bha, Bharat. So Bharat, if I have to do what we do here, almost like da, but slightly different, then you will understand what I'm telling. Here, make a round and bring it till center. This is bha. See the difference. When if I remember, you remember in da, I was telling you keep it before the half. This was da. But when I have to do bha, these are very fine things which you have to remember. You come down, you bring the Shirorekha, you come here, and then you bring it till here. Do not cross. You don't have to. In fact, some people also do like this. We don't do that. That is not exactly how it is. It has to come on the center line. What I mean to say, it should not cross the center, but it has to be in that line. You see, like this. This is bha. It is exactly like a curved C, and then bending and coming towards center. You have to come up. I will tell you what I mean to say. When you bring it up, you have to come towards the center line. More you come up, more beautiful it will look. Let me just show you once again. Here, here, here. You can even come up like this. This is perfect. More closer, not so much. You cannot touch it. We cannot touch it. That is not correct. Slightly keep it before that, but see the important point here to note. This is important. This is important. See, this is important here. This was on the right hand side. That is why it is D. This is on exactly on the center. This is exactly on the center. If I have to draw it with the normal pen, this is how do we do? Bh. So I will just draw once again. Quick thing for students to know that. We will do that later revision also, don't worry. Here, round. This is, actually this is not correct. It has to come exact, it has to come properly. Here, like this. So this is bh. Then the last one, the m. Pa, fa, ba, ba, ma. How ma we do? How do we do ma in Devanagari? This is ma. In Shaada Lipi, what I do? Pay a little careful here. Attention. A slight bending line, then a round, then a straight line, and then come down. Slightly come down. Very, very important point to note. It is not like this. It is not like this. Another point I'll tell you. Slight curve. You will love when you draw that. It is like this. Then it is like this. This is ma. If I will have to do it with a normal pen, a slight curve, then a round, then a straight line, then a line. Slightly, this line is slightly, if you see this, if you see here, this was here and this was here. That is correct. So that is very important. And very important point to note, this is round. This is round. This you have to remember it. This is round. It cannot be, even if you make it like this, then you try to make it like this. This is not ma. Very, very important point to note. I will tell you again. When you do this, this round is very important. This round is very, very, very important. And then you bring like this. Don't do like this. Don't do like this. This is not ma. Don't also do like this and then you do this. This triangle is not needed. This triangle is wrong. And this straight line is wrong. It is like this. Then you make a round. Then you do this. And then you make a line. And no Shirorekha. No Shirorekha.
No Shirorekha, sir.
No Shirorekha. Slight Shirorekha. Here you can put a small Shirorekha here. Just because sometimes it can have like me. We will do all those later. Don't worry. So no Shirorekha here. A slight Shirorekha you can add it. Do not do this. That is not correct. Ma is without Shirorekha. So let me do all the 5 which we learned today. Then we will take questions on the per varga. So per varga, we started with per varga. Just we will do a quick revision of per varga. I will then take questions and then we will move further for next. So this is per ber bh ma, right? This is Devanagari. Now how I do in Shaada Lipi? as I told you, a slight curve here, slight curve, and the slight bending here, and the line here. I hope you are getting me. So what I mean to say, a slight curve here, a slight bend here. These are very important points. Do not do like this. It looks so normal. We have to draw it beautifully. So you just, and not even like this. No, not so much. This is also not correct. A slight curve. Even if you make a slight, then what I have done it more beautifully. I'm not an artist. You can do it better. This is per. Now, fur is, I told you, do a Shirodekha. On left side, slightly leaving the gap, you have to do like a C. Then you have to come up, bend, and then you have to draw it here. This is fur. Very important point what I told you. I will draw it with a normal pen, then we will explain. What I told you here is this line, then exactly like a C type of thing, curved, and then bending here. See, these curves are very important. It is like this. This is called in Kashmiri Kobukadun, something like that. So bending from your back, so like this, like an old man sitting. So back is towards back. So it is like this. It's like a C, and then this way, and then a Shirodekha. This is fur. It is not, see here also, it is not so correct what I have drawn. If I have to draw that once again, I will do here. It's like a C. It has to be bending, here bending, and then here joining. So this is fur. Then burr, what I told you, few things here. Put a Shirodekha at the center, then make a little bit outside, and then bring it back little bit below the center line. If this is a center line somewhere, this is a center line, little bit below the center line. And also I told you that do not keep it very small. This is not correct. This is not correct. If I have to draw burr with normal pen, this is correct. Very important point. These points, what I'm telling you repeatedly, there are some reasons for those, which we will learn, because a lot of alphabets are very similar. Unless you differentiate this alphabet and then make those things explicit, those points what I'm trying to show, it will become difficult for you to differentiate later. Here, bring it up, and then this is burr. You see, this is not triangle. It is not like this. I also told you, do not make it like this. It is not triangle. This is right. This is correct. This is also correct. But don't make it too small. And I told you, don't make it like this. It does not look good. It's not burr. Actually, it's r. We will learn soon. It has to be when you come here, bring it little bit broad, and then bring it here. This is burr. Sorry, burr. Then burr, here I told you it is very similar to dh. When I make the round, in dh we stopped here, but in burr we come up till the center line. Till the center line. What I mean to say, dh was like this. I stopped before the center line, correct? I stopped here. I have told you very clearly there, stop there, don't come. Because I know if you come further, it will become bh. See, that is the reason that I told you, these points, what we are highlighting, you have to pay attention here. It's like this. So if I have to draw that once again, bh, here. Yeah, Oshin, but I'll take the questions. Give me 2 minutes. So this is bh, And then ma I told you, make it a curve, then a round is very important in ma. This is slightly below that, and slight shirorekha you can add, even don't add it, that's also fine. So this was pavarga. Okay, now we can take the questions if you have anything.
Rakesh ji, there's a question that they want to know the significance of these letters in Kashmir Shaivism.
This pavarga are the antakarnas. Antakarnas, when I say the pa is man is nothing but the mind. The fa is ahamkar is nothing but ego. Ego, when we say ego in sense of a limited ego, that means I am Rakesh, this book is mine. Or I can say I am in Bangalore. So that limited ego, aham, is called ahamkar. Then ba is nothing but the buddhi. Buddhi is the intellect, right, which makes us to differentiate between good and the bad, which makes us to take what we will have to accept it and what we have to reject it. That is buddhi. So man, ahamkar, buddhi. Man is mind, man is everything. Everything comes in the mind. Then there is ba, which is nothing but buddhi. Buddhi is the intellect. Then there is the ahamkar, which makes me to feel like I am an individual being. I am not Lord Shiva, right? Why do I know I am not a Shiva? I only know I am Rakesh, I am Oshin, I am Nirupama, because of the limitations which we will learn it after these alphabets, because we are going reverse. I told you it was a mirror. The Shiva's mirror is like a cup shaped. He sees the last element first and then the other elements, subtle elements later, which I will explain to you later. And then this bha is Prakriti. Prakriti is what is, it is comprised of 3 gunas: Satogun, Rajogun and Tamogun. So we are all the 3 gunas together make it Prakriti. So, and then ma is nothing but the Purusha. So Purusha is the limited being, right? I am, this is the limited being. Not there, it was Shiva. You remember there was Shiva. He is unlimited. He is everywhere. He is unlimited soul. But here I am a limited person. I am only in Bangalore. I only know to teach Sharda. I can only do whatever work I can do. So that is a limited being, right? So that is ma is the Purusha. Prakriti. Now this Purusha has all these in that inherent Prakritis like Satogun, Rajogun and Tamogun all together. These 3 energies in the Purusha. And those are not tattvas. See, those do not exist of their own because they exist in the Prakriti. That is why they are not the tattvas. Tattvas are which are independent entities. I told you in the first class. Every tattva is the Lord Shiva in himself without any support. And then ba I told you, this is buddhi. I think that is buddhi, you can understand it. Fa is ahamkar and pa is the man. So these are called antakarnas of the human being. So these are panch antakarnas. So now we can take the questions related to the Shaada Lipi. First.
Hello, sir. A question on fur, sir. That curve, that circle, are they in the same straight line, or that round at the end is a little bit above?
They are, it is like this. See, then here, then here. They are not, that is, this round is slightly above, you're right.
Yeah,
This,
thank you, sir.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I did not mention this. It is slightly above. So otherwise, what will happen if I keep that in the same line, that it may confuse with the also. So it is like a C. I bring the C, come up slightly, and then make a round. It is slightly above. That is fur.
Thank you, sir.
Next question.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, my question is that in these Shaada Lipi letters, are there any parts of these letters that indicate the A in them? Because you say that every letter
That is right. Everywhere it is. Everywhere is there. See, like when I say P, actually it is P. It is P. If I have to do right, if I let me write in Devanagari, it is like this. It is actually the consonant is not P. It is P. Only when I add that Chit Shakti with that, Lord Shiva with that, right? Then only it becomes complete. Then only we say P.
Yes.
Is everywhere. You see P, P, B, B, M. Is everywhere. Otherwise, it's P, P, B, B, M. Right? Like example, you write mummy, right? I'll just give you example. I'm writing
Yes,
in
sir.
Devanagari. M. It is M, E. So this is half, right? This is actual consonant is this one, not this. This has A with this. This also has E with this, right?
Okay, sir. And sir, one more question.
Yes.
Sir, this bha is very identical to the nya and dha. So am I right that nya is like going
Yes.
stretching out
Very good.
to the bottom,
Very good.
and dha is half only there, stops only, making
I
a
will.
round stop.
I think very good question. Very good question. Let me show that. Let me show all the.
How many lama rackets? These are.
Can others mute, please? Rakiji, I cannot mute anyone.
I will do that. I'll do it. Yeah, sorry, Nirupama. I think okay. I'll make you again the host. Yeah. So let me write that once again. I think this is a very important question which Ocean has brought. This is the. Nya. Bha. So now you see the difference in these. I will draw that, then we will explain it. The nya bha. Now see the difference in all of them. This is, I told you, this is before this half line. This is exactly on a half line, but the same shape. But this shape here, it is not more broad. It is not a circular. It is something like this. You see, there is a difference between when I do this and there's a difference between when I do this. See,
This is like comma.
Exactly. So this is a broad, this is more circular, more radius, and this is something like a conical type. See here, if I do this and if I do this, there is a difference, right? Correct, Ocean? You understood?
Yes, sir.
You see, this is very important difference. Very good question, actually. It is before half. Here it is, this is almost like half, but the shape itself is different. It is not a circular, but here it is exactly circular, but it is coming to center. It is coming to the center. So this is difference between the, nya, and bha.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, and ma,
Thank you, sir.
ma is here. You have to remember when I told you ma, ma is round, and then this round is very, very important. Very important to know that. This is ma. Any more questions? Okay.
No, no, Rakiji.
We will go to yara lover. I think those can be fast because there is not, they are almost similar to Devanagari. Not all, but let us do that. So year. This is Devanagari year, and Sharda year is also same. There is no difference. There is no difference. Year is same in Shaada Lipi. It is same in Devanagari. So it is this. It is like this, and sometimes it is written like this in Devanagari, but in Shaada Lipi we try to make it first curve, then this line, then year. This is year. I don't think there is more to understand here. Then r. How do we do r? R is, now you pay attention here. It is like b, but slight difference. How was b? B was like this, right? Now r, when I have to do r, here, small triangle here. I will do once again, actually, to do it more better. Here, triangles, and small triangle, and much below the center line. That is the reason I told you, when I told you b, you make it broad, you bring it, and then you come it. See the difference in r and b. See now, I will do once again r, here, and the triangle. If I have to do with a normal pen, here, this is r. Very important point. This is sharp. There is no round here. R has a very sharp triangle. You see, this is very sharp here, and that is needed here. It is not like this. It's not like this. No, make it a triangle. Make it an explicit conical. That is, oh sorry, here, like this. This is r. Then l. L is, there is no difference in L. L in Devanagari is also same. Sharda Lipi is also same. There is absolutely no difference. It is the same way what it is written. The way you write in Devanagari, the same L is written in Sharda. No difference. Simple. I don't have to explain this. Just draw how you are doing in Devanagari. Similarly, V. Same way how you do it in Devanagari. There is no difference at all. Same way. So V is exactly same. So if I see that now in Yara Lava, only R was different. Rest all are same. I will do these 4 once again. Then if there are any questions, I will take those. I don't think there will be any questions in this. So
Rakesh, V is not little bit conical. Means it's
slightly, yeah,
slightly.
slightly it can be.
Yeah.
Slightly it can be 1 minute. So you are saying it is something like this. Is
Yeah.
that what you are saying?
Yeah,
That is right. That is right. In fact, this is also, and people write it this way also. I think both are okay. Both are okay. And Devanagari also, we follow the same thing. And Sharda also, we follow the same thing. Sorry, I have to write L first. L and then V. So I told you, is the same. Only R was different, which I told you that here, and then make a triangle. Much before, even, see, this is the center line, much below the center line. Connect. R, then L, and V. So this is same, this is same, this is same. There is no difference. These are called the Antastaha. Antastaha, in both, in Devanagari also it is called, and in Shaada Lipi also it is called. But if I have to say, in Kashmir Shaivism, these are nothing but Shat Kanchukas. There are 6 Kanchukas. So what do Kanchukas means? Kanchuka means a limitation. Limitation of what? There are 5 limitations plus Maya. Va is Maya. So as I told you, it's reversed, right? So Maya comes first. If you remember when we discussed about those Shuddha elements, then Shiva veils himself. It is like he covers himself with the Maya, and that Maya is very strong. With Maya, with these 5 limitations, which I will talk, that makes me as Rakesh, that makes me as Nirupama, or that makes me as Oshin, or whatever. So Maya is the first energy of Lord Shiva. And why does he do that? It is Lord Shiva wants to do that. He wants to play. He wants to hide himself. So Va is Maya. Then here there are when I said 5 limitations, these limitations are, one is Kal, then is Kala. This year is Kal and Kala. Kal means time. See, the limitation of time. What does limitation of time mean? Right now it is 10:52 a.m. But does Shiva have this limitation of time? Or I am saying I am 49 years old. Does can Shiva say that? No, he was ever born. He is ever born, right? So he does not have to die, right? So I am limited with this limitations of the time. That is the Kala. Kala is Kala, creativity, right? So whatever is I can only do Sharda Lipi, or I can basically any creativity, whatever I do. See that Lord Shiva has that Ichha Shakti. He can do anything. But for me, it is like he gave something. I'm also the same. I also have the same things what Lord Shiva has. But only thing is that for me, these are very limited. For Lord Shiva, that's unlimited. Then the Ra is Vidya. Vidya means what? The knowledge, limitation of knowledge. Now, why are these limitations? It is like, see, Lord Shiva is ocean, right? Whatever knowledge is there in the whole world, it comes only from the Jnana Shakti of Lord Shiva, right? You remember I told you Jnana Shakti, right? So it is like distributor, one prasada on my hand, okay, whatever, you can only do engineering and you can only do particular this Shaada Lipi. I cannot do an aeroplane, right? I cannot do any other things what you can. Some person here can be a doctor, he can do a surgery. I will not be able to do that because that is a limitation of knowledge. Then the Ra is the Raga and the Niyati. Raga is nothing but the attachment, limitation of attachment. Lord Shiva does not have to have limitations of attachment because he is, everything belongs to him, right? But I have that limitations of raga. This is only mine. This is mine. That is not mine. This book is mine. That is not mine. So that there is a limitation of raga. Then there is a limitation of space. So limitation of space is there are two things. One was limitation of time. Then another is limitation of space. I am not in Delhi right now. I am in Bangalore. Somebody is today in taking this class from Pune. He cannot be at the same time. He cannot be in the United States, right? So these are limitations. These are 5 limitations which I have told you. Kala, Kal, Vidya, Rag, and Niyati. These 5 are called Panch, and then in it, then Maya, when it is added with that, Maya is encompassing all these 5. These makes it Shat Kanchukas. This is what differentiates Lord Shiva and individual beings. Otherwise, there is no difference. When I say, when at the time, if I see I don't have any limitation of the time, I will become Lord Shiva. I am not able to do that just because there's a covering, there's a Maya. So that is these antastahas, 5 limitations, which is represented by these 4 alphabets, Y, R, L, and V. I don't know if we can take, can we take that Shishya Saha also?
Ushma Varna.
Ushma Vyanjans. So let's take that. Is there any questions in these 4 alphabets?
Sir, can you differentiate between E and R?
Yeah, Oshini is asking.
Yeah. Oshni is very nice, really. I love you. There is only one difference. See here.
Dot.
Yes.
2 dots.
Yes, that's all. If I put 2 dots, it becomes a vowel. If I remove that, it becomes R.
So
Sir,
if we add it 2 dots on the top of R, so it becomes E, and if we remove it, so it becomes R.
Yes, you're right. That is correct.
Sir, one more question, sir. With respect to same thing, R and E, that triangle which we are taking as a curve, is it should be filled, or if there is a gap
No.
in between is fine?
No, it is fine. I am filling it because of my pen. You can do like this. That is fine. It is not necessary. You don't have to fill it. See,
Yes.
you don't have to scribe the pen when you do.
Okay.
Normal
Okay.
pen is just, you have to just do it naturally. Otherwise, that cannot become a good practice of the script.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, I think let me just take this Shishya Saha. Don't worry. I think we will take 5 minutes extra. And these are not so difficult. So, sure. How it is written in Shaada Lipi? Shirorekha, line here, like M. And little bit, see, this is slightly below this. Very, very important point to remember, this is very sharp. You see, this is very sharp. This is sharp corner. And you have to remember it. This is sharp means you cannot make it like this. I will never accept this as sure. This is very important. And I will tell you the significance of it maybe tomorrow in tomorrow's class. So it is like this. Sure. Just like what we do ma is sure in Shaada Lipi. Then sure. It's okay, Devanagari also sometimes we do that. This was sure. In Shaada Lipi, I do it exactly how I did it in Tha, right? You remember I told you Tha, you have to do this, and then it's like Pa, you add this is sure. If I put Shirorekha, it becomes Tha. That is the only difference. So sh does not have a shirorekha. I will do once again, but I'll explain it once again. So there is no difference in how do we draw sh and how do we draw th. See, this is per. This is sh and this is th. You got my point? So let me do that. Let me write it here. Per, th, and if I have to do sh. So it is the same. Per, th. See, I'm doing the same figure, but only difference is between this shirorekha and then the center line. This has all the two. This, sorry. Oh, okay. This has only one. This has two. This has none. That is the difference. This is very important point to note. Otherwise, no difference. So this is sure. Then sir. Now you see how beautiful Shaada Lipi is. How sure is written? Small line. Here, triangle. No shirorekha. See, there is no difference between shir and sir. Only shirorekha differentiates it. Here also, you have to keep this sharp triangle. Otherwise, it will become like ma. And sometimes students do this, and then they say, now for this, do I read it ma or do I read it sir? I will not read anything. This is not sir. This is not ma. Why? Because ma had slightly round here. That is also missing. His was right. So this is, I will differentiate those three again. So I am telling you just a small indicative line here. This triangle here, this makes it sir. Now let me differentiate it here. So, sorry. Ma, sure. We will send you the training materials for these things. So reference materials. So sir. So ma is this. Sure, I told you complete shirorekha, the triangle, and the line slightly below. And sir, I told you here, and no shirorekha. You can add a slight shirorekha here. You see, there's a very slight difference, right? I know this is confusing. We will practice this once again. Tomorrow I will take these 4 once again before we go to next, because I think it can cause confusions. Students will have to remember it. Then let me do her. This is her. And in Shaada Lipi, how do we do it? Pay attention. This 45-degree, this line, and then this line. I'll do once again. Actually, it's like this, slightly up, slightly angled. Then you make a curve. This is her. It is exactly like a plow. जो हल होता है, जिससे चलाते हैं, हल ही होता है. ह से हल होता है. हलन बोलते हैं उसको. The farmer plow. It is actually in this shape. The beauty of Shaada Lipi. In fact, it is also explained in texts also that the Shaada H is exactly like a plow the farmer uses. You see the way he puts it. You can see the shape also of it. This is like this, slightly upwards, and then you bring it down. See, there are 3 things here. There are 3 things coming here. Curve, second curve slightly upwards, and then bend like this. So this is her. 1 minute. It can be even this way also. That is no problem actually. Let me correct it. I will have to see this tomorrow if it is this way or it is upwards. Nirupama ji, how do you do that? Sorry for that.
Yeah, it's actually, yeah, you put a little bit straight line, not the curved one, and it becomes like slanted 5, how we write.
So it is like this.
Yeah,
This is
that's
more
what I
better.
have learned.
That's what I was thinking. This does not look
Yeah.
correct. Sorry for that. Yeah, it is slightly angled here. Yes, and then here it is. So I will draw these 4 ones again. Sure. Oh, okay, correct. So her. So if I have to do that, sure, what I told you. Sorry. Do a Shirorekha. I will do that tomorrow. We will do this practice again. Sure. This triangle is very important. The Shirorekha is important. Exactly like a sir, ma in Devanagari. Sure, I think students have understood it. I told you like a th, but do not add a Shirorekha. Then sir, I told you exactly like sure, but we don't add a Shirorekha, but a triangle. But this corner is very important. Round is only in ma. In sure and sir, it is corner. Then her, like this, then a curve, then curve bending, and then here you put something like this. This is her. This is called Ushma Vyanjana. Ushma means something internal light, and this is like the energy of Lord Shiva. If you see, the Shiva is it is represented as Shuddha Vidya, Ishwar. I will explain that tomorrow. Sada Shiva, and her is nothing but her is the Shakti. I have told you in the first class, Aham, when I told you Aham. So her is nothing but the Shakti, or it is also called the Prana Bija. Why Prana Bija? What is Prana of Lord Shiva? That is his wife, right? That is the Shakti. So that is why it's called Prana Bija. So it is her, Shakti herself. So is there any questions on these 4? We will practice these 4 again tomorrow. But any questions here, whatever I have drawn?
Sir, her looks difficult, sir.
I know. Yes, you're right. So let me show that once again. Her. Like this, you take line, curve here, then you make a slight curve again, then you bring it, and this has to come slightly up. You see, I'm bringing it slightly up here and then here. This is her.
If you keep 5, sir.
Yeah,
Number
it's a
5
slanted 5.
slanting.
Yes, slanting number 5.
Slanting number 5, if you keep.
Yeah, that's good point. So 1, 2, and then 3. Yes. So if I will draw that once again, this line, and this line, her. In fact,
right.
oldest text of Sharda have something like this, like this also. But we practice this way. This is also her. This is also her. If we do like this, it becomes her. If I just keep it like this, it is her. But we practice it like this because many manuscripts are now following this one.
Second line of her is little bit shorter than the first one.
Yeah. That is right. That's also okay. Yes.
Little shorter, yeah.
Yeah. We will practice these 4 again. I know this was most tough. I don't think sure, sir, and sure should be different because I only told you have to remember this has a complete Shirorekha and this does not have a Shirorekha. Sir does not have a Shiro, otherwise this shape is same.
We have
Sir.
chat here. Shankari and Guru Guha, they are saying that her sister wants to say the Shanti mantra today.
Yeah, please, please. Yes.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes,
Can I
please.
please?
Yeah.
Sir, the sh and sh, the second one. I'm talking about the Devanagari one. Devanagari mein, we give a slanting line, isn't it? I somehow
That
got
is right.
confused.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Sometimes Devanagari mein we put it like this. Yes. Yes.
Right. Because I usually write it like
That
that.
is
So
correct.
I was
You're
not
right.
sure.
You're right.
Okay.
But in Shaada Lipi we keep it straight. You're right. Correct question.
Right.
Good question.
Thanks.
Yes. Okay. Who was that? Nirupama ji?
This Guru, I will have to see.
Okay, they can
Sorry.
you
Yeah, Mr.
can-
Nerur.
okay,
Nerur
can
ji,
you
please.
you have to open your video and then do the Shanti Patha. Yes, I will stop my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.